The retail industry in the United States is facing a looming crisis, with the signs of impending collapse everywhere. Abandoned shopping malls, once vibrant and bustling, now lie empty and ghostly, their available space signs haunting reminders of their former occupants. Major retailers such as JCPenney, Macy's, and Bed Bath & Beyond have announced plans to close hundreds of stores, leaving behind empty shells of former shopping centers. The impact of these closures goes beyond the companies themselves, and the risk of an economic collapse looms large. This is a stark warning of what's to come, and a chilling reminder of the fragility of our economy. It's time to take action to support and protect our businesses and communities before it's too late. The bleak outlook for the retail industry in the United States is casting ominous shadows over the economy, and the signs of impending collapse are everywhere. Behind the facade of seemingly available space lie the ghostly remnants of once vibrant shopping malls, now hauntingly empty and abandoned. The forecast is dire, with nearly one-third of all malls in the country set to close, and the number of distressed retailers soaring to levels not seen since the last recession. This haunting reality instills fear even in the most optimistic observers. The spreading contagion of the retail apocalypse is ravaging the country, with stores like Walmart, JCPenney, and countless others closing their doors, leaving devastation in their wake. It's a scene out of a horror movie, with the once bustling corridors of shopping malls now eerily silent with abandoned storefronts, where space-available signs are the only reminder of former occupants. The disarray of the retail industry has far-reaching implications, and the ripple effects are felt beyond just the companies themselves. The risk of an economic collapse looms large, as these unprecedented closures could prove to be too much for the fragile economy to bear. This retail apocalypse is a stark warning of what's to come, and a chilling reminder of the fragility of our economy. Penny and other major retailers close stores across the country, leaving behind empty shells of former shopping centers. It's a devastating reality that can't be ignored, and action must be taken to support and protect our businesses and communities before it's too late. The retail industry is facing a crisis, with a staggering 855 store closures announced for the year in the United States alone, according to Business Insider. Major retailers, including Bed Bath & Beyond, Macy's, and JCPenney, are among those closing stores, with the latter planning to shut down a significant number of locations in 2023. The closures are attributed to a range of reasons, from bankruptcy proceedings to cost-cutting measures. And with shopping malls losing anchor stores, the knock-on effect is widespread. The impact of these closures goes beyond just the companies themselves. It's a wake-up call to the fragility of our economy and the need to find ways to support and protect our businesses and communities. We can't ignore the ominous signs of a potential retail collapse, but we can take action to prevent it. By finding innovative solutions to support struggling businesses and investing in our local economies, we can create a brighter future for all. Many retail businesses are facing dire straits as anchor stores begin to shutter their doors, causing a significant drop in customer foot traffic and leading to a chain reaction of store closures. Predictions made 4 years ago that empty storefronts would become commonplace are now coming true, with several long-standing retailers declaring bankruptcy in recent months. One such retailer is Tuesday Morning, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on February 7 and plans to close over half of its stores, or 265 locations across the United States, in order to cut costs and reorganize. Similarly, Bed Bath & Beyond has also struggled with financial difficulties, announcing the closure of 149 stores in addition to the 87 already slated for closure earlier this year. Since last September, the company has announced the closure of over 400 stores, including 354 Bed Bath & Beyond locations and 11 buybuy BABY stores, as well as sales slumps and supply chain issues. While some executives are calling for increased face-to-face interactions in the office to address these challenges, Some employees question the effectiveness of such measures in turning around the company's fortunes. According to former managers and employees who were present at the gathering, many in the room nodded or applauded in agreement with the return to office directive. However, the situation at Bed Bath & Beyond is more complex than just blaming the internet for its downfall. The company tried modern business strategies such as layoffs, management changes, boardroom shakeups, stock buybacks, and strategic overhauls, but at nearly every turn, it took measures that plunged it further into financial difficulty. In response to the company's financial troubles, it recently announced the termination of 1/5 of its corporate and supply chain workforce, and the closure of 150 of its almost 770 stores in the United States. The truth is that the stock market has become completely disconnected from economic reality, and the number of homeless people in America recently set a brand new record high. It's clear that if the US economy were actually doing as well as the stock market indicates, all of these retail chains would not be closing stores and going bankrupt. The homelessness crisis in the United States is a multifaceted problem with no simple solution. The recent video footage of a San Francisco business owner hosing down a homeless woman is just the latest heartbreaking example of how this issue continues to plague our society. I remember visiting California in 2017 and being shocked by the extent of the problem. Homelessness was everywhere, from San Francisco to Los Angeles and beyond. In the years since, the situation has only worsened, exacerbated by the economic impact of the pandemic. And yet, despite the clear signs of economic distress, the Federal Reserve is poised to raise interest rates. This move is a warning sign that we are living in a financial bubble that is bound to burst. The retail industry, once a symbol of our nation's economic strength, is now a canary in the coal mine. As more and more stores close their doors and file for bankruptcy, we must confront the fact that our economy is not as stable as it appears. It's time for us to take action and address the root causes of our economic distress, including rising inequality, stagnant wages, and the high cost of healthcare and education. If we fail to act, we will pay a heavy price, and our nation will be left reeling from the fallout.